Hey, Uncle Mike, this is Uncle Ryan. Just woke up on Sunday and I saw your video in the algorithm. Just felt like giving it a shot to respond. I don't have a channel, I don't have viewers. I'm just gonna go for it. But so you said like right in the beginning of your video that you feel like the younger generation has to buck up, develop resilience, inner strength. You could build a whole channel around that, and we should. And I felt like even though that you were couching that in the sense of, part of you thinks that, not all of you, but part of you, I feel like there's some real truth being said there, that I wanted to respond to. I felt like it struck me as kind of as being tone deaf in the sense that, for one, I'm not sure how much acknowledgement is built in of just the fact that our generation, Gen X, is supposedly the first generation where we're not as prosperous as our parents. Then, of course, millennials, and then Gen Z and Alpha. Like, that's just been getting worse. And I'm not sure exactly when that became obvious. It obviously wasn't, at the transition of the generation timeline, like around the 80s or 90s or 2000s even. Just in the last 10 or 20 years, maybe, it's become kind of obvious that the generations are not having as easy a time as their parents did. And so I feel like that segues into the next bit of, I feel like, toxic framing. So a lot of your talk, and I listened to the whole thing, was about just how like jobs have been offshored, hollowing out of the American job market. Jobs aren't as fulfilling as they might have used to be, and maybe there's something we can do to fix that kind of thing. And I feel like that focus on jobs, it supports a toxic framing that the responsibility is perhaps incumbent on the younger generations to fix this issue. They have to figure out how to make, like, with business coming in, making new jobs. In some way, that's the part that I feel like is really important to kind of to look at if we can. And I think it's super difficult, super challenging for baby boomers, for Gen X, older people in general. Anyone with a family is going to have a hard time, I think, understanding that maybe there could be a problem with this appeal to tradition, that it's just okay to have kids. It's okay to have kids, and when they hit 18 or when they become inconvenient, to just send them off into the world and say good luck. To not provide for their needs, like for their entire lives. Just to be like, you know what, we did what was normal, we did what was okay, acceptable according to tradition, and once you're a certain age, it's your own responsibility. And good luck. You have to buck up. You have to develop resilience. And I don't think that's true. I think that that's something that I think deserves some introspection from our generation and the older generations.